Interesting. Shuffle for 3 cards. Wow, beautiful. Okay, fine. Hold on a second. Okay, so we have the 3 of Wands in reverse, the Moon in reverse, the 8 of Swords. Don't close down on possibilities for yourself. I'm feeling a sense of closing down on possibilities for yourself because you are scared of pain. You're scared of experiencing pain you've experienced before. You are feeling maybe vulnerable, too sensitive. There's some part of you, I'm feeling into a part of the self that is deep inside, that is in a lot of pain, and that is somehow controlling your decisions and perceptions without you realizing it. I think this kind of thing takes journaling to understand more about, an active daily journaling where you set a time during the day, you set a timer, and you give yourself room to just write and express and release. It feels like there's a lot that needs to be released right now that isn't being released, that is almost being, I want to use the word stifled, but it doesn't feel like it's intentional or anything. It feels more like it's hidden from you, almost on purpose, maybe. Maybe this is like it's giving that it's just a sense of timing. You know, when like certain things can't happen until something happens, or certain things are only meant to happen at a certain point in your life and only at that time. It can't happen at any other time. Because of maybe things that, you only know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know, and you can only work with what you know. So there seems to be things that you don't know. You may be under the impression that you know, but you don't know. Please be aware of that. There's so much that you don't know right now. There's so much unknown. But just because there is unknown doesn't mean you should be hopeless about it. Feel called to say and remind you of that. Beneath the deck, we have the 4 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. This is the deep inside pain I was referencing that needs to be expressed, so that beneath that, we have the 7 of Cups. You can connect better with your intuition, and more practically make decisions that are more aligned with who you are as a person. This is giving to me flawed decision making, shrouded in pain, leaving you hopeless, full of doubt, all of these very natural human things, mind you. Like, this is a normal thing to be in. It's always temporary. Please trust that. There is so much more to be revealed. The moon showing up, I'm recording this a day before a full moon, so maybe look out for that. From whenever you're watching this, pay attention to the moon cycles. Book a therapy session if that's something that you do. I'm feeling into maybe the need this might need outside assistance. So maybe you don't have access to therapy. Call a friend who you trust entirely with how they perceive you. Call a friend who you know sees you for who you are, and have a conversation with them about whatever's on your mind. Again, please don't try to make any rash decisions right now. I'm feeling called to, this feels like Mercury retrograde, where now's probably not the greatest time to agree to big deals, sign contracts, stuff like that, because there really is this misunderstanding in your stream of perception that needs to be addressed. And this is not to say you mustn't trust yourself or whatever. I feel like what I've been saying has these underlying tones of like, you're delusional, you're not thinking straight, you're not in a good head, blah, blah. But no, it's more about what is coming up right now is, it's more about how this is an internal time versus an external time, you know? So if there are any decisions you make sure they're about you and how you see things, how you feel, what you decide to do with your life, how you decide to heal, you know? We have the Five of Swords beneath that. I'm feeling into the possibility of healing from betrayal, which is an incredibly difficult thing to do because you start to deeply question the ways in which you question yourself become very violent. And you risk viewing yourself as your own enemy in a way. There's a lot to heal from here. And my heart is with you. And I think that I can shuffle from the intuitive tarot for this one for further assistance, upliftment, closing message. Thank you. Wow. We have the 7 again, 7 of discs, which to me in this deck links very closely with the energy of the 7 of cups, where you're looking at something and you're looking at something and you're not feeling grounded enough to make a solid decision. Let's read the interpretation and then close the reading. We have a need for quiet observation before action, but also a need to check your underlying motivation, ensuring you aren't sabotaging your plans by lack of action. I want to say you're not sabotaging your plans. Now is definitely the time for quiet observation. Becoming aware of the body's messages, working with it for self-knowledge, recognizing your limitations, and making sure those limitations are realistic, because they might not be. I love the message of working with the body's messages as well, because in this position, your body is very stagnant, tied up, still, and almost in a pretend way. I point this out often, that rope is loosely tied around the body. In my readings, I've read this online. This was advice I got from online. So yeah, take it easy. Take it really, really slowly. During this time, it's seeming like that's your best bet. And go really, really easy on yourself. Please don't be too hard on yourself on any potential inability to like move fast enough or make decisions, you know. And if you are looking for more, feel free to reach out to me via DM. I didn't mention this before, that sometimes people may have problems with DMing. If that's the case, then you can find me via email, comment on my post. We can talk from there. But anyway, if you're seeking more, you know where to find me. And I'll see you in the next reading.